Let me get things set up here. Make sure we've got a good video going. And we'll get started. Luna, you want it in, so you gotta stay in. Puppy dog's standing at the door. I just shut the door and said, in or out? And she said, ooh, in. And now she wants out. Here we go. All right. Good evening. Good evening. Happy Sunday night. This is Tara with Tarabeth Stamps. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in mid-Missouri. And tonight we're going to do in yet another fun fold. We're getting ready for Christmas and we're going to be creating Christmas cards, tons and tons over the next couple of weeks. Hey, Karen, thanks for joining. If you're on tonight, give me a shout out. Let me know you're here watching. Tonight we're going to use the Traditions of St. Nick. That's some designer series paper that is available. It's an online, Stampin' Up online exclusive. It is stunning, stunning paper. There's a beautiful stamp set and die set that go with it that I fell in love with from the very beginning. But I'm not a huge person that colors. Hey, Carol, thanks for joining. But when they released this DSP, oh, as soon as I saw it, I was like, those dies are going to cut that DSP. So you can see that I cut this Santa Claus out. So no fussy cutting needed. Just zip it through your Stampin' Cut and Emboss, and then you can get these Santas out of this one. And so what I have done is I've gone ahead and cut out like tons and tons of the Santas to use along. Hopefully. Okay, good. I'm like, ooh, I hope I have one that I need. All right, so this is going to be another display card. Hey, Angie. Hey, Susan. Thanks for joining. So this is another display card. This time of year, I love to send out display cards to those people that mean a lot to me. So this is just a regular easel fold. I've been doing a lot of double easels, but this is an easel fold. So you'll see that it just folds up right here. It's going to sit on the mantle, the countertop, whatever it is, a desk at work, and it's gorgeous. So let's get started. I'm going to set these out of the way, set this out of the way, and I'm going to pull out, you know it, my Simply Score tool. All these measurements will be available on my blog tomorrow, so don't worry about writing all this down. So this is a piece of Mossy Meadow. This is half a sheet of cardstock cut at that 4 1/4 by 11. So just 2 quick score lines. 2 3/4 and 5 1/2, your normal 5 1/2 mark. So basically half and half. All right. As I've said before, the reason I like the Simply Score tool is because you get those nice, deep, deep score marks that you may not get as well with our paper trimmer. It's still good for everyday use, but for fun folds, I like to do this. Okay, so we're going to fold that first mark down at the 2 3/4 line, give it a good burnish, and then I'm going to fold it in half and give it a good burnish. Hey, Rosie, thanks for joining. All right, so this is our card base. Next up, I got to find everything that I cut here. All right, here we go. All right, let's do a little bit of stamping first. So I've got a piece of 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 piece of basic white. And this is going to be our inside. So I think I'm just going to use Mossy Meadow. I set out Cherry Cobbler. I used Cherry Cobbler, the original, but I'm going to do just Mossy Meadow. So I'm going to ink up the sentiment from Stars at Night. It's another Christmas set. It's absolutely stunning, but I love that sentiment. So we'll do that. And then I should have another piece of basic white. Yep. Here's another piece of basic white. And like I said, we'll use Mossy Meadow on this one. See which one we like best. Make a little bit of variety. And I'm just going to stamp the Merry Christmas from that Stars at Night. So I think the font on this is absolutely stunning. Okay, that's all you have to do for stamping. Super easy. This is a really easy card. It won't take a whole lot to do. So if you're new to card making, it's an easy one, I think. I'm going to take some seal, and because I've overcut my DSP, I'm going to go ahead and put it directly on the card base. I'm going to run 2 strips of that, and I'm just going to line up some of this other DSP from that Traditions of St. Nick set, and then I'm going to trim off the excess and set it to the side for something else. Yes, Carol, I agree. That font is amazing. It is so pretty. Very elegant, I think. And perfect for when you're making those Oh Holy Night cards. That's a beautiful, beautiful set. Okay, so I'm creating my mat here, just giving it just a small little trim around here, and then it's ready to go on the inside. Okay, next weekend. Let's talk about next weekend. I may go live on Sunday night. I may not. We are driving to Michigan on Friday, and we're going to a wrestling tournament all day Saturday. And it kind of depends on how baby boy does as to how early we leave. So, if I'm not here, I'll definitely post something out on Facebook, but that's what's going on. Okay, now we're going to do our card front. So we've got our card base with the inside already stuck in there. Now we're going to do a card front. And with that easel, this is what it's going to do. It's going to pop up here like this, right? We can go ahead and do that part. We'll go ahead and do that part. Okay, so what I did was I took this die right here and cut the scroll out. I thought that would be a perfect stopper versus putting a sentiment or something else. I thought that would work out perfect. So I'm just going to take a little bit of liquid adhesive. All right, just line that up. Rosie, your grandkids are coming to visit. That's awesome. I bet you have so much fun when they're there. All right, that's just going to layer that up, kind of give it that little peek through. And then what we're going to do is take just a couple of, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to give my Stampin' Dimensionals a snip there, and I'm just going to use this. So this will act as a second stopper on that back. And we're going to pop it up just a little bit. And so the reason that we're doing this is so that that easel has something to lean up against. Yeah, Carol, this is a pretty die, and it looks absolutely stunning. Just very, very elegant. Okay, we're going to set that right there so that peekaboo of DSP comes through, and see, now it's just going to prop right up like that. All right, now let's go ahead and do our card front. So what I have done is I've die cut ahead of time, and I die cut from the above it all dies. And so this is a hilly snow top. So I cut that out, and what we're going to do is we're just going to glue it on and then snip off the excess. So, and I'm just going to use a little bit of Stampin' Seal here. That's should be enough. I'm going to line it up down here in the corner with the DSP. Luna, you're all right. We'll be done in a minute. And then, oop, I got it off a little bit. We'll pull that down there. Okay, I'm going to flip it over, and I'm just going to trim that excess off. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, if I can find it. Oh, wait, there it is. There it is. I'm going to take some Wink of Stella. I'm going to squeeze that out a little bit, and you're not going to see a whole lot of this on camera, but you definitely see it in person. I'm just taking that Wink of Stella and giving it that glittery glow that you need for some snow. And then we will take this piece of snow, flip it over to the right side, and we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to give that clear little bit of glitter so that you've got a little bit of shimmer. There we go. Never have too much of that. Okay. Now we can go ahead and adhere this to our Cherry Cobbler mat. So this is definitely one of those heavy cards. So you're going to need that extra postage, that non-machinable postage. Oh, crumb. You know what I did? We forgot to put our, well, I forgot to put our chimney together. We'll have to peel that up just a little bit. All right, so with the chimney, I'm just going to do a small little strip of glue, liquid adhesive, and I'm doing this on my silicone mat. And the reason that I'm doing it on my silicone mat is that glue is going to gush out the back here, see? And so if I put it on my silicone mat, then it's not making my workspace all sticky. And so if you've ever watched my videos, you know that I don't love liquid adhesive because I get it all over my fingers. So that's what we're going to do with that. Let's go ahead and adhere our glue, our snow top as well, because that liquid adhesive, I don't know, can you see that shimmer at all? Probably not, because it's just so subtle, but it's really there, and it does that little bit of extra. Okay, a little bit of a liquid adhesive. And we're gonna glue that to our top of our chimney. So this chimney is super awesome with this die set because you can make it for outside with the snow top like this, or you can put, you can make a little fireplace for inside. So it's very versatile. You're getting 2 for 1 in my opinion. All right, let's see here. All right, I'm just gonna give this a little peel and then we'll glue that down. Okay, here we go. Let's pop him down like this. There we go. Give it just a little push down there. And you can kind of see why that liquid adhesive is gooing up, but once it's dry, it'll be all good. All right, now we need to put our Santa up here. And so I like to pop him up. Let's see, I have some big, here we go. We'll just finish this little one off. So on your dimensionals, make sure that you cut your sides, use every piece of it. Don't let any of it go to waste. Especially on those minis, they have quite a bit of an edge on them. All right, let's take Saint Nick here, and I'm gonna put him right there. There we are. Card front's just about done. I'm gonna take my snips and do just a little fussy cutting on the sentiment. I looked at a couple of different dies and I couldn't find one that I liked. They were either way big or too short. That is something I wish Stampin' Up! Would do, is list all the die cuts that would cut sentiments and stuff. At least for the current stuff. All right, there we go. Give that a toss. We'll flip him over. I've got about 4 packages of dimensionals open right now. That's because when I went crafting last weekend, I couldn't find any, and I just kept opening more and more. Hey, Becky, thanks for joining. I'm glad you like this one. All right, and then I'm going to set that right there. All right, you could bling it out. I didn't really think that it was necessary. Now, I am going to take some tear and tape and put it on my card base. If you've watched before, you know I like tear tape for these fun fold cards because I think it does have just a little bit of extra oomph. Stamp and Seal Plus is really great as well. My problem is I end up using it instead of my regular seal, and then I don't have it. So, another idea, Stampin' Up. Let's make them different colors. I think they may be a little bit different, but not enough. We need like a purple one or something. Something that says, wait, don't use me yet. There we go. And one more. All right, so dimensions on my blog tomorrow. We've got online exclusives coming out this week. The Furry Friends will be available. What else was there? The Mentoring is from May or January. All right, line this up. And then there'll be new stuff as well. All right, and there's your card. There it pops up. Perfect mantle, perfect display card. Hey, Dawn, thanks for joining. So, perfect display card. Let's finish up the envelope. So, what I did was I pulled out some more coordinating DSP with this Traditions of St. Nick. It is gorgeous. You don't want to miss out on this one. I may have to order a couple more packages because I really, really love it. All right, give this a seal and a quick snip and we'll be done. All right, next weekend we also have on stage for some of our demonstrators. We'll be attending it virtually. I'm going to be in a gymnasium watching wrestling meets, but I'm going to be connected to that as well. So hopefully I'll have some good news and great ideas for next week. All right, here we go. Today's card, another Christmas card, another display easel card. Dimensions on my blog tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me on your Sunday night, and we will see you next week. Maybe not. Maybe the next week. Have a good one.